voice, Sabina. Just open the door. I'm sorry we kept you waiting, young man. We have to be careful, you know. Huh. Will you be quiet? Have you had your supper? Are you ready to come in? Young man, have you any fire with you? Then light the grate, will you? What are people doing about this cold weather? Sabina, go get a stick and light the stove.
2 weeks, Mrs. Antrobus. I hope that's perfectly clear.
What about this cold weather?
Well, I don't know anything, but they say there's a wall of ice moving down from the north. That's what they say. I mean, we can get Boston by telegraph, and they're burning pianos in Hartford. I mean, it moves everything in front of it. Churches, post offices, town halls. I'm from Brooklyn myself.
Well, what are people doing about it?
Well, talking mostly, or just what you do in a February day. There are some that are moving down from the north, but you can't take children and old people out in cold like this.
What's this telegram you've got for me?
If you wait just a second, I've got to remember it. This telegram was flashed from Murray Hill to University Heights, and then by puffs of smoke from University Heights to Staten Island, and then by lantern from Staten Island to Plainfield, New Jersey. What have gone wrong? To Mrs. Antrobus of Excelsior, New Jersey. My dear wife will be an hour late. Busy day at the office. Don't worry the kids about the cold. Just keep them warm. Burn everything except Shakespeare.
Oh, man, he knows I've burned 10 copies of Shakespeare to prevent a child of mine from getting one cold in the head. What does he say next?
Have made great discoveries today. Have separated M from N.
Oh, I know what that is. That's the alphabet. Yes, it is. Oh, Mr. Antrobus is just the cleverest man. Why, when the alphabet's discovered, we'll be able to tell the future and everything.
Then listen to this. 10 tens make 100. Semicolon, consequences far-reaching.
The Earth's turning to ice and all he can do is make up new numbers.
Well, it's like the head boy at our office says. A few more discoveries like that and we'll be worth freezing.
What does he say next?
I can't do this next part very well. Happy wedding anniversary, happy wedding
Darling, Frederick, be quiet.
Happy wedding anniversary, Eva, happy wedding anniversary, happy wedding anniversary, happy wedding anniversary.
Is that in the telegram? Are they singing telegrams now?
Yeah?
Oh, the Earth's getting so silly. No wonder the sun turns cold.
Mrs. Antrobus, I want to take back that 2 weeks' notice I gave you, Mrs. Antrobus. I don't want to leave the house to get such interesting telegrams. And I'm sorry for anything I said. I really, really am.
Young man, I'd like to give you something for all the trouble you've gone to. Mr. Antrobus isn't home yet, and we have no money and no food in the house.
Mrs. Antrobus, I don't want to seem to ask for anything, but...
What would you like?
You wouldn't happen to have an old needle? My wife just sits at home all day thinking about needles.
No, we only got 2 in the house. You know we only got 2 in the house.
Why, yes, I can spare this.
Fine.
Thank you, Mrs. Antrobus. Oh, can I ask you something else? I have a son of my own, and I'm wondering, if the cold should get worse, what should I do?
We'll all perish, that's what I think. Cold like this in the middle of August is just the end of the whole world.
Well, I don't know. I mean, after all, what does one do about anything? Keep as warm as you can, and don't let your wife and children see that you're worried.
Okay, thank you, Mrs. Antrobus. Well, I best be off. Oh, I forgot. There was one more sentence in the telegram. 3 cheers have invented the wheel.
A wheel? What's a wheel?
I don't know. That's what it said. But the shape for it is like this. Well, goodbye.
Mrs. Angelus, it seems to me like all the good men in the world are already married. I don't know why that is.
Do you ever remember hearing tell of any cold like this in August?
Rawr.
Of your grandparents or anyone?
Rawr.
Have you any suggestions?
Rawr.
Oh. Henry! Gladys! Children, come on in and get warm.
Oh, Mama!
No, when Mama says a thing, she means it. Come on in. Henry, put down that stone. You know what happened last time. Henry, put down the stone. Gladys, come on. Pull down your dress and try and be a lady.
Mama,
when isn't it snow? Mama, maybe it'll snow and we can make snowballs.
Sit down, both of you. I want to talk to you. Now, it's just a cold spell of some kind. When your father comes home, I want you to be extra quiet. He's had a hard day at the office and he may just have one of his moods. Now, I just got a telegram from him, very happy and excited, and I guess you know what that means. Your father's temper's uneven, I guess you know that. Oh, Henry! Henry, why can't you remember to keep your hair down over your forehead? You must keep that scar covered up. Don't you know that when your father sees it, he goes crazy, loses control, he wants to die? Oh, sit still, stop squirming. Blessed me. Sometimes I think it's going away, and then there it is, just as red as ever.
Mama, today at school 2 teachers forgot and called me by my old name. You're gonna have to write another letter to the principal. Let him know that I changed it. Right out in class, they called me Kane.
Oh, don't say it. If you're good, they'll forget it. Henry, you didn't hit anyone at school today, did you?
Oh. No?
And Gladys, I want you to be especially nice to your father this evening. You know what he calls you when you're good. He calls you his little angel, his little star. So keep your dress down like a little lady and keep your voice nice and low. Gladys Antrobus, what's that red stuff you got on your face? Oh, you're a filthy, detestable child. Get away from me, both of you. I wish I'd never seen sight or sound of you. Oh, I can't stand it. Let the cold come. I just don't want to go on.
I don't want to go to school, do Mama!
Oh, I'm through with you, that's all. Sabina! Sabina! Don't you know that if your father saw that red stuff on your face, he'd go crazy? Don't you know your father thinks you're perfect? Don't you know he couldn't live if he didn't think you were perfect? Sabina!
Yes, Mrs. Antrobus.
Take this girl into the kitchen and who's that? Who's calling you?
Let me see, Maggie.
Well, who are these people, George? Why they're all over the front yard? Well, what have they come here for?
There's some traps knocking at the back door.
Oh, now don't you ask them to come in, and I'll send them away from the back door. Sabina, just come with me.
No, Sabina, stay here. I have something I wish to say to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll have to ask you to make it home longer. It'll be all right. While you're waiting, you might each want to pull up a stake of the fence. We'll need them all for the fireplace. There'll be coffee and sandwiches in a moment.
Mr. Antrobus? What is that? That big white thing? Oh, Mr. Antrobus, that's ice! Ice! Ice!
Sabina, I want you to go into the kitchen and make a lot of coffee. Make a whole pailful. And sandwiches, piles of them, like this.
Wait, 1 minute. No, I see what this means now. This means refugees. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Ladies and gentlemen, don't take this play serious. The world's not actually coming to an end. People don't actually starve, and they can always eat grass or something. Besides, that ice business, that was a long time ago, and they were only savages. They don't love their families. Well, not quite in the same way that we do. So, all right, I'll say the lines. But I won't start the play. And you know what? I advise all of you not to think about it either.
few friends, Maggie. I met on the road. Real nice people. Real useful people.
Now don't you ask them to come in. Not another soul comes in this house over my dead body.
Maggie, there's a doctor out there. Never hurts to have a good doctor in the house. You and I have lost a pack of children one way and another. You never can tell when a child's throat will get stopped up. What you and I have seen.
All right then, just one, the doctor, but the others can go right along the road.
Maggie, there's an old man, a particular friend of mine.
Oh, I won't listen
It was
to
he
you.
that really started off the ABCs.
I don't care if he perishes. We can do without reading and writing. We cannot do without food.
And let the ice come. Drink your coffee. I don't want to drink any coffee if I can't drink it with some good people.
Oh, stop shouting. Who else is there trying to push us off the cliff?
Well, there's the man who makes all the laws, Judge Moses.
Judges can't help us now.
And if the ice melts, and if we pull through, have you and I been able to bring up Henry? What have we done?
Well, who are those women outside?
There are 9 sisters in town. They're sort of music teachers. And one of them sings, and one of them dances, and one
Oh,
of them...
that's the end, a girl group. Well, just have your way, live or die, starve your own children before your face.
Maggie, these people don't take much. They're used to starving. They'll sleep on the floor. Besides, Maggie, listen. No. Listen. Who have we got in the house but Sabina? Sabina's always afraid the worst will happen. Whose spirits can she keep up? These people, they never give up. They think they'll live and work forever.
All right. All right, you're the master here. But enough's enough. These animals must go. They'll soon be big enough to break the walls down anyway. Just take them away.
All right. The dinosaur and mammoth. Let me find that job on a pass. Come on, Freddie. Come on, Dolly. Fetch it. Come on, Freddie. Fetch it, Freddie.
No!
Come on, Freddie. Fetch it. Fetch it, Freddie. Fetch it. Fetch it, Freddie. Fetch it. Come on, Freddie. Fetch it. Freddie, Dolly. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, Dolly. Nice fresh air. Bracing. That's it. Come right in, folks. Just this way. That's it. Mind your step there. It's slipping. Come on in. Maggie, oh, come on, Moses. There we go. Let me help you there. Right, that's it. Maggie, this is the judge, Judge Moses. Good to see you, Mo. Thank you. Come right in. Come right in. And Homer. Maggie, you know Homer? Make yourself at home. Doctor. Good to see you, Doc. This is the doctor, Maggie, my wife. Miss Muse. Nice to see you. Miss C. Muse. And Miss M. Muse. Miss M. Muse, and Miss... Oh. Oh, I see. Miss E. Muse. Miss E. Muse.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you all.
Andre moi enebe musa alutropa osmalapola lengthe epe troyes chiron troyethros epersons palun dantrapon idanastiaka nunek noi.
Barashit bara Elohim et hashemayim vayet haaretz v'haaretz hayeta tohu vavohu v'choshek al panei tehom v'ruch Elohim rachefet al panei hamayim.
Sabina, pass the sandwiches. Oh, yeah.
I thought I was working in a respectable house with respectable guests. I'm giving my orders, Mr. Antrobus. 2 weeks, that's the law.
Just pass the sandwiches, will you?
2 weeks, that's the law.
That's the law. That's Moses.
The Ten Commandments. Ha! That is probably the worst line I've ever had to say on any stage.
I think the best thing to do is just not to stand on ceremony, but to pass the sandwiches around from left to right. You help yourself to one of those, Homer. Here, here's another one.
And the roads are crowded, I hear. Well, you know what I think it is? I think it's sunspot.
No, it's just cold turning to ice.
Well, I don't believe the whole world's gonna turn to ice. I can't believe it. Judge, have we worked for nothing? Doctor, have we failed in the whole thing?
Well, it certainly is very unfortunate, Butcher. But luckily, on both sides of the family, we come from very hardy stock. Doctor, I would like you to meet my children, and they're eating their supper right now. But most of all, I would like them to meet you.
How many children have you, Miss Andrews?
I have two, a boy and a girl.
I understood you had 2 sons, Mrs. Antrobus.
Abel! Abel, my son! Oh, my son! Abel!
What was that?
Oh, Mr. Antrobus, that son of yours, that boy, Henry Antrobus. I don't stay in this house 1 moment longer. He is not fit to live upon respectable folks.
Now, don't you say another word, Sabina. I'll be right back.
Mr. Antrobus, Henry has thrown another stone, and if he hasn't killed the boy that lives next door, I am very much mistaken. He had his supper, and then he went out to play. And then I heard such a fight. And I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. And it looked to me like starved murder.
He was gonna take the wheel away from me. He started to throw the stone first.
George, it was just a boyish impulse. George, remember how young he is. He's only 5,000 years old.
And everything was going so nicely.
Put out the fire. Put out all the fires. No wonder the sun grows cold.
Doctor, Judge, help me. George, have you lost your mind?
There is no mind. We'll not try to live. Give it up. Give up trying.
Mr. Antrobus, I am downright ashamed of you.
George, have some coffee. Gladys, where's Gladys gone?
Here I am, Mama.
Gladys, go upstairs and bring me your father's slippers. How could you forget a thing like that when you know how tired he is? Can't some of you sing? Oh, it's your business in life to sing, isn't it? Sabina! George, remember all the times when the volcanoes came right up the front yard? And the times the grasshoppers, they ate every single blade and leaf of grass. And all the corn and the spinach you grown with your very own hands. And in the summer, the earthquakes came and...
Oh, Henry, myself, all of us were covered with blood.
But remember all the times you were pleased with him and you were proud of yourself. Henry, come here and recite your father the multiplication table you do so nicely.
Two times 6 is 12. 3 times 6 is 18. 4. I don't think I know the sixes.
Papa, I was very good in school today. Mrs. Conover said, right out in class, that if all the girls had as good manners as Gladys Antrobus, that the world would be a very different place to live in.
You recited the piece in assembly, didn't you? Well, recite it now for your father.
Papa, do you want to hear what I recited in class? The Star by Henry Wadsworth Longfellow.
recite in an assembly, did you? You didn't forget it?
No, that was perfect. Just beyond a sandy bar, as the day grows fainter and dimmer, lonely and lovely, a single star lights the air with a dusky glimmer. Just over the ocean there and far, shine the gleam of a falcon brightly. Is it a god, or is it a star, that entranced I gaze on nightly?
Build up the fire. It's cold. Build up the fire. We'll do what we can. Sabina, get some more wood. Come around the fire, everybody. At least the young ones may pull through. Henry, did you eat something today?
Yes, Papa.
Gladys, did you have some supper?
I ate in the kitchen, Papa.
If you do pull through this, what will you be able to do? What do you know? Henry, did you take a good look at that wheel?
Yes, Papa.
2 times 6 are?
12. 3 times 6 is 18. 4. Oh, Papa, it's hot and cold. It makes me so sleepy.
I don't care if it makes you sleepy. 4 times 6 are 24. 5 times 6 are?
30, Papa.
Maggie, put something into Gladys's head on the chance she can use it.
Well, how do you mean, George?
6 times 6 are 36. Teach her the beginning of the Bible.
But Mama, it's so cold and close.
6 times 7 are 42.
In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth.
Okay, listen, everybody, we need your chairs. Everybody get up. Everybody get up, please. Get up, get up, get up, get up. We need your chairs, please. We get up.
I need the chairs for the fire. Please get up if you don't mind. You can have a
We
bit
need everything for this fire, please. We don't need to hold them. Thank you.
help save the human race. Pass your chairs forward, please.
Everybody,
Help
please.
save the human race.
Everybody, please get
Chairs
out.
for the fire. Pass the chairs forward.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, but we need the chairs for the fire. Thank you very much. So if you want to make your way outside and away from the fire.
Do you want them to die? Get out! Please, everybody get the chairs for